Hey learners, welcome back. In the previous video we learned derivation. We replaced variables using production rules and we finally got the string, right? So today what we are going to do is we are deriving the same derivation in the form of a tree diagram. So the tree diagram is called as Parse Tree, okay? So what we are going to do, we are writing the derivation in the form of tree diagram, okay? So before going through the definition of tree diagram, so that's a general thing, that is, do you know about a family tree? So how it will be? Grandfather will be at the top, right? And your father and mother will be the middle one, okay? And then their children will be in the bottom, right? So here, which is the root node? Root node is this one, right? Who is the root of the family? Root of the family will be grandfather or the great ancestors, right? So here, this will be the place of start symbol. I hope you know what is grammar derivation, right? So if not, please go through the previous video and come back. So this is the root node. So root will be the start symbol and this one will be the, look here, this is not the ending one, right? These branches will be the variables. These are the place for variables. Variables means capital letters, and this one, which means a leaf node, will be for terminals. Clear? This will be for terminals. Okay, so what we will be going to do is, if we have S derives S, A or A, then S will be the start symbol. So we have to take that one here, and S derives SA. If we are going to take this one, S will be a start symbol. That one will be here, and S derives SA, we have to write it like this, right? These are all they both are the children of S, and here look here, this is terminal, so there will be no children, okay? No children for terminal, that will be the final thing. And here we have S, so we can derive A here. Clear? So at the end we will be having only terminals to generate a final string. Okay, clear? Okay, now let us see the formal definition of parse tree. Okay, so parse tree is a tree diagram like this that shows how a string is derived from the start symbol using the production rules of grammar. Which is production rule here? This kind of derivation. Grammar will be the production rule, okay? So what we are going to do, we are going to derive a grammar with the help of a start symbol using production rules. Clear? So these parse tree are also called as derivation tree and syntax tree. Remember this in the point of exam, okay? Derivation tree and syntax tree. Clear? Now we have some of the rules to generate or build a parse tree. Rule number 1 is root of the tree is start symbol S. Which one is the root of the tree? Start symbol S. And every internal node equals to variable. So here internal node means capital letters. So this is a variable, okay? So here this is S is variable. Clear? And then where every internal node equals to variable, every leaf node is terminal. This one and this one is terminal, which means they don't have children, okay? And then if first rule root, second rule is this variable, third rule is about terminal, and fourth rule is if A derives XYZ is a production rule. Clear? If A derives XYZ is a rule, then XYZ are children of A, which means we have start symbol A, and if we have this production rule, then XYZ will become the children of A. Okay, this is rule number 4. And now we have leaves read from left to right gives the generated string, which means, look here, we have to read from here, A. Clear? A. So the generated string is A. We have to read it from left to right. So this will be the final generated string. Clear? This is the definition and rules of parse tree. Now let us see the example for a parse tree. Okay. Example 1 is grammar. S derives A, B, where this small a is terminal and B is variable, and B derives B, derives string AB. Okay, now what I am going to do is, at first I will do it in the form of normal derivation, okay, and then let us build the parse tree. So how to build a normal derivation? I hope you remember this. We have to start with one production rule. So I am taking S derives AB because I will get S derives AB only from this one, okay. So here I applied S derives AB. Right, now I need S. Can I change this one? No, if I get terminal there is no need to change, or it can't be changed, okay. So I am writing A as it is, but in the place of B I have to replace it with small b. So not an issue because I have B derives B also in the production rule. Okay, so I am applying this one. So I got final string A, B. Okay, this is how we derive it in the normal form. So now how to write it in the form of parse tree? Okay, now what we have to do is, in the parse tree, rule number 1 is start with start symbol, right? So which is the start symbol? Yes. So start with yes. Step 1. Okay, and step 2 is write the children of yes. Children is small a and then capital B. Okay, so now this is A, right? Small a. This is capital B. S has two children, A and B. Now since this is a terminal, no need to change it. So here keep it as it is. Now apply production rule for capital B. Okay, so step 3 is, I am writing S derives A as it is, and here I am applying production rule on this one. So I got both terminals, which means the leaf node is like this, right? I got A, B. So now what I have to do? Can I read it from right to left? No, right? I have to read it from left to right. So after reading from left to right, we got the final generated string as AB, and here also we got same thing. So why we need parse tree? When there is a large problem, then this kind of derivation will be tough. So in that case we need parse tree. Okay, so this is how we solved first example. Now let us solve second example. Okay, example 2 is, the grammar is given like this. S derives A, B. A derives A or A, and B derives B or B. So we have to derive the string A, B. Right, so what I am going to do is, the work is for you guys. You have to write the normal derivation on your own. Okay, so here I am going to start with the parse tree only. So what is step 1? I am taking the start symbol, yes. Okay, and then I need A, B. So I am taking the children of S, that is A and B. How I am taking A, B? Because S derives AB means A and B are the children of S. Okay, so S has two children, that is A and B. Now here both are variable, so I have to further simplify it. So in the case of A, I have A. I have to take this. Why? Because I need A, B, right? A. Clear? Now here we have, again we have variable, so I have to replace it again. So here I am replacing it with A. So terminal, done. Now here we have variable, so replace it again. So B derives B and B, so I need A, B. So I am replacing it with B. So we have to read it from left to right. So we got A, B. So A, B is the final string. Clear? So this is how we build a parse tree. Now let us see the next topic, small topic, that is yield of a tree. Okay, I will explain yield of a tree in this example only. So yield of a tree means the string obtained from reading all the leaf nodes from left to right, which means if we start reading from left to right, we get some string, right, A, B. So the string that we obtained from reading a leaf node from left to right in a parse tree is called yield of a tree. Okay, so this is about parse tree examples and yield of a tree. I hope this video helped you. If this video helped you, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. Thank you.